guys, welcome to my channel, Passion for Fashion here, and today I'm going to be doing a whole Fenty face. I have been using the foundation, oops, this is the primer, the foundation in 430. The foundation just looks like this. It comes in a nice frosted bottle. And I haven't had too much experience with primers, so I figured that I might as well try it to do the whole entire line. So I also picked up her primer. The primer just looks like this, again in a frosted bottle. Like I said, I'm new to primers. I don't usually use them, so I'm pretty excited on trying it. I picked up her lip gloss, Fenty Glow. At the time when it first came out, this was the only kind of lip gloss that she had. I thought this was kind of cool that she had one unified color for everybody. It's a nice, almost like a nude. It's a nice smell. I like this one a lot. This has kind of been my go-to ever since I got it. And then I got the matchsticks in the following colors. This one is the lighter one in suede. This one is the darker one in espresso. I got Trophy Wife. With the Trophy Wife, I find that it is so sparkly. It's kind of something you could wear when you're going on a night out because it's just so sparkly. And also, I find that the transfer is quite a lot. When I put this on, I get it everywhere. I have a baby, and when I'm holding my baby, it gets all over him, and it gets everywhere, in his hair, and his face. So it's something that it's like really big impact. So you're going to say like on a night out, that would be a really good pick. And because the Trophy Wife was just so sparkly and so out there, I figured that I would try, this is a new one, the Ginger Bringe, the Moscow Mule. It's new to me because I just recently picked this up, so I figure this sparkly one will be a little bit more tame, and because it's kind of got that reddish tinge, it can kind of be like a blush and a highlighter all in one. And her holiday special line came out, so I picked up her palette. So this palette comes in 14 colors. Oh my goodness. And the packaging is just so beautiful. It almost reminds me of like an oil spill on the ground. It has so many colors in it. So the colors that come are Extraterrestrial, Ozone, Cosmetic Ocean, Mars on Fire, Light Year, Midnight Bolt, Meteor Crush, Sublime, Planet X, Space Out, Jupiter Sand, Milky Way, and Sunburst. And this is the way the colors look. I wanted to show how the colors look in the container. I will swatch them on my skin, but sometimes a lot of them are quite different on my skin than they are in the container, so I just wanted to show what they look like in a container. And then I got her eyeshadow brush. Oh, this is so cute. So the brush comes with its own little case, I guess, so you can pack it away after and so other makeup doesn't get all over it. And the brush is a double-ended brush. On this brush over here, on the side of the brush over here, this is the bigger side. And then over here is the shorter side. You can see that. And then I am a sparkle fanatic, so when I figured out that this holiday special collection was going to have sparkles, I was all over it. And especially these are her lip glosses that she came out afterwards. So I'll show them to you and then I'll tell you what color they are. So this one is a really nice pink. It's a bright pink. This one is called Plutonic Relationship. I'll just give a little on my arm here. So this one is Plutonic Relationship. Again, the foundation that I am is 430. I picked up a 450 originally thinking that it would be my color, but I probably could have gotten away with it, but I felt it was a little too dark on my face. So like in comparison, my neck was a lot lighter than my face was. So I just went back and I got a 430. So if you wear a 430, then these colors of these lip glosses will probably show up the same on you as they do to me. So this one's Platonic Relationship. It's more of like a bubblegum bright pink. This one is called Space Suit. Put it right here. Ooh, this one's like almost a nudie pink with like little sparkles of darker pink inside. This one is called Astro-naughty. Ooh, this one's like a really dark purple with lighter pinky sparkles in it. So that's what this one looks like. I like that. With a nice smoky eye, like a darker look. I think that would look really good. And this one is called Gal on the Moon. So that's what this one looks like. It's almost like a lighter version of this one. So those are their 4 lip glosses. Those are all the lip glosses. I know that she did make a lipsticks, and I probably will pick them up later on, but as far as me, I'm a go-to gloss girl. I love lip gloss. I'm not much of a lipstick. I'm kind of getting into the lipstick scene, so I'm probably going to wait a little bit to get the lipsticks. But as far as the lip glosses go, all of these, I feel like I would wear them. So before I begin my look, I'm just going to example these eyeshadows just on my skin. Often I feel in stores when I see a color, it can be a little bit deceiving because when I put it on my skin, it's a lot different than it is in the container. So I showed you how all the colors looked in the container. I'm just going to put them on my arm, and I'll tell you each color as I go. So I'll start with Extraterrestrial. This one looks like a nice green. In the palette, it looks like a nice light green. Almost a forest green, but as you can see on my skin, it's a lot darker. So that one's nice. It's like maybe for a smoky look. And then this one is called Ozone. So in the container, this Ozone looks like a white, but on my skin, it's still pretty white, but it looks almost borderline white silver. And then I'm going to come with the Light Year. This Light Year is like almost like a bronzy brown. I find these two are very similar. Try the Ultraviolet. That one's very nice. It's like almost like a opaque sort of purple, like a really light purple. And then I'm gonna do the Cosmic Ocean. Wow, this one's so beautiful. It reminds me of like the ocean or like a mermaid tail or something like that. This one is Mars on Fire. This one on me is almost like a coppery red. I like it. And this one's Planet X. Next one is Sublime. That's Sublime. In the container it looks almost green, but on me it almost looks like a teal. It's really pretty. I like that one. And then this one is Meteor Crush. that one is like a little bit hard to see on my skin. It's more sparkle than base color. You can hardly see the base color. This one is Midnight Bolt. Ooh, that's electric. I like that. The next one is Milky Way. That one again, like in the container, it looks almost like a white, but on me, it just looks so silver. And this one is Jupiter Sand. That's almost like a dark brown. I like that one. This one is Space Out. So that's like a kind of a deeper purple with the blue sparkles there. And then the last one is called Sunburst. So those are all 14 of the colors. Again, I'm foundation number 430. So if you're a 430, you will probably, the colors will come out looking more like this on your skin. I feel like a lot of the reviews that I've seen have been like people that are big YouTubers and been doing YouTube for a while, or makeup artists. So I haven't really seen people that are just like everyday regular people. So I thought it would be cool if I did a review that was just like an everyday kind of person review. So again, I'm not a makeup artist, so I'm not saying this is the way to do things. This is just the way that I personally like to do things and what works for me. Okay, I'm going to start my makeup. Now I just want to mention that I'm just going to be doing an everyday kind of look, nothing too flashy or fancy. So I'm going to start off with my primer. This is my first time using primer. I just figured that I would try it because often certain products are meant to be paired together. So I've been using the foundation without the primer. So I just want to try to see if it maybe makes any difference with the primer. I'm not much of a primer girl. I usually just put cream on my face and then go about my day. So I'm curious to see how this is going to be. So because the shadows are so sparkly, I think I'm going to start with my eyeshadow first. Usually I would do foundation first, but I feel if I do foundation first and then the eyeshadow, I'm going to have like a bunch of sparkles underneath my eyes here. So I'm just going to start with my colors first. So I'm going to use the nice blue one, the Midnight Bolt. I'm just going to apply it with this small little brush to my eyelid. This is almost an electric blue to me. It's so nice. Matches my shirt too. So I'm just really gonna blend this to make sure it's even. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist. I've been wearing like makeup since I was like maybe 16, 17, and when I first started doing it, I didn't really understand the importance of blending. So I look back on some of my pictures and I'm like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking? Alright. And then rinse this off. And then I'm going to come with the bigger brush. This one here on the other end. I'm going to use the Jupiter Sand. Kind of on the outer corner of my eye and just work my way to the crease there to meet that blue. I'm going to come to the other eye, just start here and work my way to the crease in the center. Then I'm going to come back with this smaller brush, and I'm just going to put a little touch of Cosmic Ocean kind of in the middle of my eye, like right where my pupil is. And just blend that. And I'm going to close that up for now, and I'm going to start on my foundation. Usually I would use a makeup sponge for my foundation, and just recently I found out apparently you're supposed to wet the makeup sponge. Again, like, I feel like I watch a tutorial and I learn something new every single time. This time, because I feel like this foundation is just so watery, I've been applying it with a brush, and that has been working for me, so that's what I do. I love this foundation because I feel it gives you really great coverage and it doesn't suffocate your skin. Some foundations, I feel I put them on and I just feel like my skin can't breathe. This is light, it's airy, it gives you a nice glow, and there's not a lot of transfer. And at the end of the day, after wearing this for a full day, I don't look all kind of wet and oily, where some foundations, they kind of make me look super oily, or that my face is kind of starting to melt a little bit. And there's not a lot of transfer. Often I feel there's makeups that I wear, and like when I go to give my guy a hug, if he's wearing white, I need to like go from here. He's like, don't come near me because it'll get all over. So I feel with this foundation, that is not something I've ever had to worry about, which is nice. I love the smell of this foundation too. It smells so good. Everything on this line smells so good. Even her lip gloss, it smells delicious. Really blending. So I'll be using everything Fenty for this look except for my eyebrows. Unfortunately, she doesn't have any yet. Who knows what she's coming out with later on, but as of so far, she doesn't have anything for the brows, like a pencil or gel or anything. So that's the only thing. Oh, and of course my mascara and my eyelashes, but everything else will be Fenty. As far as the primer making that big of a difference, to be honest, I don't really know if it is that much of a difference of primer or no primer. So to me, like, if you don't feel like buying the primer, I don't feel like you necessarily have to. But that's just me. Again, I'm not a makeup artist. I don't really know anything. I just know what I prefer and what works for me, sort of thing. So, and then after the foundation, I'm just going to take my matchstick in Suede. I'm going to put a little bit on the bridge of my nose, underneath my eye here. I like to put a little bit here, and on an upper lip, and teeny bit on my chin, and my brow here. So these matchsticks, I find they're a little bit dry and they're harder to blend, so I just used a brush like this and just blend the heck out of it. Again, contouring is something that maybe I've learned in the past like year or two. So I'm kind of new to it, but I just have watched a lot of tutorials and I know sort of things that I like. So I just kind of do that. Sometimes with makeup too, I find you almost have to put it on and then take a mirror outside to see how you look, because often sometimes things that look okay inside, you take them outside and you're looking crazy. So often I will go outside and just make sure that everything is blended and looking good. So now I'm going to take my matchstick in Espresso So I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose here, a little bit on my nose here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit on my forehead, and a little bit on my jaw. I like the eyeshadow. I'm a big sparkle girl, so I don't have any qualms or any problems whatsoever with doing a whole look with sparkle. There's a lot of girls or YouTubers that I was watching and they just said that the sparkle was just a bit too much for them, so they brought in different colors from different palettes. I mean, obviously you can feel free to do that, but I just feel like for doing a review on Fenty that I just wanted to do everything that I could as much as possible do just Fenty. So, and again, espresso is one of the ones that when I originally got the makeup that I had to go back to Sephora because I originally got truffle, and I just felt as far as a contour, truffle was just so much similar to my skin that it wasn't darker, so it wasn't doing much for me. To blend that a bit more, I always do the basic blending and as much as I can with the desired brushes that I like, and then I go afterwards with a bigger brush and just really blend to make sure everything is good. I love Rihanna, so when I found this out, I was like, I need this. But I'm also happy that she didn't just kind of use her fame and just bring out something that's completely garbage. Because a lot of times I feel like celebrities, either they don't do their research on the company that they're working with, or maybe it's just like a fast money grab. But often I feel like certain products, it's like, this is not a good product, and they kind of just use their fame to trick people into buying things. So I'm glad that this was not the situation, because I love this makeup. Since buying this makeup and using it on a regular basis, I don't even use anything else. Like, I had a couple other foundations that I was using, and they're kind of just sitting in my makeup box, because I just find that this is such a flawless fit for me, and I love it that I don't need anything else. And then just recently I've gotten into these little, it comes in a gel like this, and you just apply it with a brush. Before I would use a crayon, and I just find crayon is a bit, I don't know, it's hard to get a pristine line with crayon, and then it's like it only stays sharp for so long, and then it gets dull, and then it's hard to maneuver with that, I feel. So my eyebrows, I always do the under part. I just start a little line like this, and then I swoop up like this. My style of eyebrow, I would say, is kind of like in between bushy and skinny. Like, I don't like really skinny eyebrows, and I don't like the big super bushy eyebrow look that's been going around either. Then on the bottom part of my eyes, now that my foundation's on, I'm just gonna come back with the palette, and with the smaller side of the brush, I'm just gonna get the blue, that nice electric blue. That shade was called Midnight Bolt. And I'm just gonna put it on the bottom part of my lashes on the outside here. Then I'm just gonna wipe it off. And then I'm gonna get the Cosmic Ocean that I put in the middle here. And I'm gonna put it on the inner corners of my eye. Come with my eyelashes. I always find that with eyelashes, they're easier to apply if you use tweezers. I know it sounds a little bit risky, and at first I was a little bit skeptical too, because it's kind of crazy to have something that sharp close to your eyes. But I just find that it's easier to get behind the lash and stick them down when you use tweezers. Now that my lashes are on, I'm just going to take kind of a big brush and I'm just going to blend to make sure everything is blended in. Then I'm going to use Moscow Mule just on my cheek. It's just a little bit of a blush highlighter. I like to use this brush. I feel like it's great at spreading everything out. And for these highlighters, I feel like I probably overdid it, but all you really need to do is just give it a tap and it picks up so much because it's so sparkly. And then the lip gloss that I'm going to use is this one. Is called Astro-Naughty. I picked this one because even though it's burgundy, it has like those little sparkles of the blue that kind of matches the blue that I put in the middle of my eyes and on the corners. So I thought that one would best go with this look. These lip glosses don't smell as good as the Fenty Glow does, but and yeah, so buying this makeup, this is kind of how I would do like a going out look. Nothing super fancy. It could be an everyday look, and I'm pretty happy. I'm happy and content with the eyeshadow. It's a lot of sparkle, but I can handle a lot of sparkle, and I love a lot of sparkle. So, and the lip gloss, I love how it's almost like a two-tone. I really like that. So I'm gonna play around with this a little bit more and see how I like it. But so far, 2 thumbs up.